Welcome to the Association's online portal. This short video will demonstrate the process of using the Association's online portal to submit changes to the Association's rules. Associations should only submit an application after the changes have been passed by a special resolution at a general meeting of members. For further information on the process of making the changes, you can refer to our Inc. guide, which can be found on our website. Before you can use the portal, you'll need to set up your own user account and then link your account to the associations you work with. If you haven't already done this, you can watch the Enroll and Link video for assistance. To get started, go to the Association's online homepage. Type www.commerce.wa.gov.au/associationsonline in your browser navigation address. Next, log in to your account by entering your username and password details, then click the Login button. The name and address saved on your account will be used as your signature. Before you begin to lodge the information statement, please confirm your account details are correct. You can do this in the Manage My Account section. To access this section, click the Manage My Account button. To lodge the Notice of Special Resolution, click the Lodge Application button. This will open the Lodge Application screen. The Lodge Application screen displays a list of the associations you are linked to and a drop-down menu containing a list of applications that can be lodged. If no associations are listed and no associations linked is shown on the screen, you will not be able to lodge an application. You will need to link the association to the account to proceed. Our Enroll and Link video can help you with how to link to an association. Select the Change of Rules by Special Resolution option by clicking on it from the Application Type drop-down menu and then press Go. This will open the Notice of Special Resolution page. The first page of the form displays important information about things you need to know before you get started, such as any documents you'll need to complete the form. Read through this information carefully and make sure you have on hand, if you're using your own rules, a complete copy that contains the changes. If you're not a committee member of the association, a signed copy of the certificate or statement of management from a committee member. The rest of the page then explains how to complete the application and how to navigate through the application. Once you have read and understood the information page, press the Go button to begin completing the form. Use the calendar icon to select the date of the meeting where members approve the rule changes. Next, you'll need to confirm if after passing the changes, the association is using its own rules or the prescribed model rules. If you adopted these without any changes, you should answer prescribed model rules at this question. Otherwise, you should answer own rules. The remaining pages of form will change depending on which type of rules you are using. The next section of the video will demonstrate how to complete the remainder of the form if you selected prescribed model rules. We will then go on to demonstrate how to complete the form where an association is adopting its own rules. Firstly, you will need to select the areas of the model rules that are being affected. If you are simply adopting the model rules for the first time, the model clause box is pre-ticked. If you have also changed the association's name or objects, then tick those checkboxes also. You'll be prompted to provide details of the model rules clauses and, if applicable, the name and objects on the next page. Press the Next button to proceed with completing the Model Rules Matters. Fill in the Model Rules Matters as prompted. Write the new name in the space provided. There are some restrictions on what names can be used. Click the Check Name button to see if the name is available and not in use by any other body corporate or registered business. Press the Next button. Write in the objects in the space provided. If you find you need more space, instead write as detailed in the attachment. You will need to upload a document containing the objects at a later stage. Write the amount for a quorum at meetings. There are no restrictions on the amount, but if you have a percentage, make sure you include the percentage symbol. Lastly, enter the association's financial year period from the drop-down menu. The end date is auto-filled. Press the Next button to proceed to the declaration screen. The next section of the video will demonstrate how to complete the form if you are using your own rules. Associations will be considered to be using their own rules even if they have included parts from the prescribed model rules. After having selected Own Rules and pressing Next, you'll be prompted to select the areas of rules that are being affected by the changes. The Any Other Rule clauses is pre-ticked. If you are making changes to any rules or switching from using the model rules to your own rules, you should tick the Any Other Rules. If you have also changed the association's name, objects clause, or the clause that deals with how the surplus property is to be distributed, then tick those checkboxes. You'll be prompted to provide details of the changes clauses and, if applicable, the name and objects on the next page. Press the Next button to proceed with completing the Own Rules matters. Fill in the following matters as prompted. Write the new name in the space provided. There are some restrictions on what names can be used. Click the Check Name button to see if the name is available and not in use by any other body corporate or registered business. Write in the objects in the space provided. If you find you need more space, instead write as detailed in the attached rules. You'll need to upload a document containing the objects at a later stage. Write in the terms for the distribution of the association's surplus property. As with the objects clause, if you find you need more space, write as detailed in the attached rules. List any other clause numbers or sections of the rules that were changed. If the association has adopted an entirely new version of the rules, write New Set of Rules. Click Next to proceed to the next screen. On the Own Rules Matters screen, you'll be prompted to specify the association's end of financial year and complete a table to identify where each of the Schedule 1 items have been addressed in the rules. Firstly, click the day and month that the financial year begins from the drop-down menu. The end date is auto-filled. Then next to each of the listed scheduled matters, write in the clause number from the rules that deals with the subject. If one of the items is not included in the rules, place a hyphen or include a note such as no clause. Only write exemption if including the matter would cause undue hardship to members and the association wishes to be exempted from including it on a permanent basis. Lastly, upload a copy of the new rules. The uploaded file must contain the changes and in a finalised form. Copies that contain track changes, watermarks or headings such as draft may be refused. Press the Next button to proceed to the declaration screen. Answer whether or not you are a member of the Management Committee. Agents acting on behalf of the association should answer no, and upon certificate and statement of committee member that is signed by a committee member. Otherwise, click Yes, then indicate whether you need to include any additional documents with this application. If you adopted the model rules and wrote as detailed in the attachment in an answer, tick Yes. You'll be prompted to upload a document that contains the information here. Otherwise, tick No. Carefully read the declaration and tick the Accept Declaration box. Pressing the Next button will take you to a review page where you can check your answers. The review page displays the form with the answers you entered. It is important to check that the answers shown on the review screen have been recorded correctly before you press Next, as once it is completed, you cannot amend the information. If any of the information is incorrect, click the Back button to move to the previous pages and amend the answers. If you are satisfied that the information is correct, press the Next button to complete the statement lodgement. Enter your credit card details and click Pay Now. The confirmation page will be displayed once the application has been successfully lodged. You can save a copy of the application and the receipt by clicking on the Download button. Alternatively, you can have a copy of the application and receipt emailed to you by clicking on the Email button on the bottom of the screen. Your email address is pre-populated, but you can have it sent to a different email by typing over the displayed email address. Press the email button and a message will appear confirming that the application was emailed successfully. You can press back to My Account to return to the Association's homepage. Once the department confirms that the document has been accepted, the Association can start using its new rules.